Welcome back, fellow earthlings. Today I have a nice upper body yoga routine for you all. If you have any yoga blocks or books near you, you can use those as well as any cushion like a blanket or some sort. If you would like to practice this sequence with me, please continue with me. Sit nice and tall in whichever position is comfortable for you and breathe here. Begin by rolling out your neck. Look up, down, and drop each ear to your shoulders. Create a circle with your head. We're getting a nice stretch within our throat, the side neck muscles, and along our upper back. Let's do 2 big shoulder rolls forward and backwards. From here, raise your arms up high from your sides. Bring your hands together in a clasp as your gaze follows. Really extend your arms as much as you can and slowly exhale. Bring your left arm to your mat and extend your right arm over to get a good stretch in your side muscles here. Keep your right arm raised. Inhale, bring your left arm up to meet the other. Clasp the fingers and reach high. Really extend those lovely arms. And reach on down to your right side with your right hand and control your exhale. Reach with your left arm. We're gonna do this one more time. This time, come onto your forearm if you can and raise your arm overhead. Try to open your chest as much as you can. Nice stretch here. Breathe and reach on over to the other side. And back to center. Come into a tabletop position. Here I'm just turning to the side to remain on my mat. Ensure your hands and shoulders are aligned, hip distance apart, along with your spine being as flat as possible. Your legs and hips are aligned with the hands also. You can keep your feet untucked or tucked and begin swaying your hips gently from side to side. Create a big circle with your hips. Really emphasize the movement by reaching your lower half back, using your palms to push into the floor. Nice stretch in the hips here, and gently guide yourself towards your heels onto the next side. And forward for a slight up dog. And arch your spine, send your tailbone back towards your heels. Round the spine, bring your upper body forward for cat and cow spinal waves. Inhale, arch your back as much as you can. Shoulder blades touch, and try your best to tuck your pelvis in as if you are scooping something with your hips as your spine curls. Exhale, up dog. Really use your shoulders here to help you within these movements. Let's do one last cat and cow. And come back to center. Walk your hands forward close to the edge of your mat. Strong shoulders here, and push into your hands to help guide you, to allow your body to move from side to side. We're warming up the upper body as much as we can. Slow and controlled movements here. We are activating the upper body muscles, including our abdominal muscles. Begin to slowly drop your sternum down to your mat. Try to keep your lower body planted with your legs 90 degrees, or they can be a bit less than. Allow your breath to further relax your body within this extended pose. We're just gonna stay here for a few. This is an advanced pose. You can keep your back straight and gaze in between your arms for modification. And for my women out there, queefing does happen within this pose, which is normal. This particular pose allows our yoni to actually open. No worries if your spine isn't as flexible or if that isn't the goal. Puppy pose is great for posture and range of motion within the arms, back, and the chest. And slowly release from this pose by either you can slide your lower half down or press into your elbows to lift your chest and extend your legs. Come onto your stomach here and relax for a few breaths. You are more than welcome to take some extra time here. You can extend your limbs if you like. All right, let's begin some leg and arm lifts. Nice deep breath in, engage your glutes and quads to lift your legs from the floor as high as you can. Really squeeze and hold for 5 and release. We're gonna do the same for the upper body. Engage your abdominal muscles and lift as high as you can. Keep your arms extended, lift your chest. The head can stay neutral or lift as well. One more time, lift your legs, squeeze, lower down, lift your torso, strong back here. And release. Lift both your arms and legs here. We're gonna do this 3 times. This is a nice exercise to work your glutes, core, and shoulders using your own body weight. Really squeeze here as you lift up. Be careful not to strain your neck. On this last one, reach back to grab a hold of your feet or your shins if you can grab your legs for bow pose. Use your hands to pull your feet towards you as your feet pulls away, creating this resistance. And release. Keep your hands where they are and pull your legs to your glutes. Get a nice stretch here within the quads. And release. Plant your hands alongside your chest, tuck your toes, and with the strength of your hands and arm muscles, push up into downward facing dog and begin to pedal out your legs. Make sure your shoulders aren't shrugged. Engage your core. Make sure your spine is fairly straight. Allow your muscles to lengthen further here. Get in some nice circulation within your legs, your arms, and your spine. Allow yourself to hold this pose on your toes and lower your heels. Hold here, stay strong with your shoulders. With your left arm, grab your right ankle, find a balance within your right hand and hold here. Switch sides. The right arm grabs your left ankle or your foot. Come back to neutral and hold here once more. And again, your left arm grabs your right ankle. This time, really open up your chest here. Twist your upper body as much as you can. Let's go ahead and do the other side. And come back to center. Let's go ahead and transition into a child's pose here by rounding your spine. Come down, rest here. Relax your back muscles. Relax your arms and your neck. Really allow your body to relax here. Make sure you are being conscious of your breath. Rest your forehead on your mat. Allow your blood to flow towards the forefront of your brain. Slowly raise your body up into tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift into down dog, and walk towards your hands. You can turn to the side so your feet can stay on your mat. Heel toe to widen your stance. If your hamstrings are pretty flexible, come onto your forearms, or you can keep your arms extended. Take your time here on getting settled within this pose. You can take a slight rock here within your hips, or you can rock forward and backwards onto your forearms. Extend your arms overhead, engage your thighs, distribute your weight evenly within your feet, and begin cat and cows here within this wide stance. Round your spine as much as you can. Be mindful of your pelvis also. Tuck your pelvis in as you round your back. This is also great for opening up your hips. And reverse the movement almost like you're creating this scooping motion with your face and upper body. Strong shoulders and arms here. Come onto your elbows and lean forward, bringing weight onto your forearms. Really push into the floor and pull your body away from your shoulders, just slightly. And from here, lift one arm up for a twist. Gaze toward your fingers. And next side, same thing. Twist here, gaze toward your fingers. Try not to strain your neck if you cannot gaze toward your fingers. Come back to neutral. Take a nice deep breath here. And we're gonna do this one more time. This time, reach one arm straight out over your crown and bring it back behind you to get a nice stretch within your shoulder rotator cuff. And let's go ahead and do the other arm. Reach overhead and bring it back behind you. Hold here. Make sure you are breathing and not straining your neck in any way. If this is uncomfortable, please relax. Go ahead and toe heel to come into a forward fold. Allow your feet to rest hip distance apart. Here I'm just turning back to the side. And slowly squat down using the strength of your quads. Hover your tailbone over your mat. Make sure your weight is distributed evenly within your feet. If you can, the knees can touch the triceps. Intertwine your fingers and extend your arms overhead and slowly raise your head and arms, maintaining your squat. And bring your arms down to your mat. Come into tabletop. Now we will begin working on more dynamic movements within our upper bodies. Bring either your left or right hand behind your head and allow your elbow to guide your upper body by raising your elbow up towards the sky and down to your mat for 5. Last one. Let's do that on both sides. Whatever you do to one side, the other should mirror to maintain a balance with your body. Two and 1. All right, back to neutral. Drop your hips down to your mat for cobra. And slowly and gently lower down onto your stomach. Keep your right arm where it is and go ahead and extend your left arm out to your side. Bend your right leg and open your body up and back to plant your right foot behind as you see me doing here. Let's hold for a few breaths. And switch sides. Extend your right arm, bend your left leg and bring it back behind you. This stretches the back and rotator cuff muscles and joints. Come back to neutral and continue to lay here to relax your limbs. Take all the time here if you need to do so. You can stay on your forearms or you can lay all the way down if you like. When you're ready, plant your hands to the sides of your chest, tuck your toes to lift yourself up into tabletop, and slowly send your tailbone to your heels. Keep your arms extended, round your back as your upper body lifts up, and transition onto your sitting bones, whichever way is easy for you. Extend your legs in front of you and extend your arms behind you as far back as you can. Ensure your tailbone is tucked. This does help to further stretch and lengthen the muscles of your shoulders. You can inch your fingers further if you'd like. Make sure you are breathing. And again, if you are having any sharp pains, please relax. Go ahead and lower down onto your back completely. Chill and allow all of your limbs to lengthen and relax. And just allow gravity to pull you towards the earth. Let's take another goodie back stretch here. Bring your right knee in towards your chest and drop it to your left side as you extend your right arm. Turn your head to look towards your right fingers and relax here. Bring both knees in. Give yourself a nice little hug. For a little bit of a core work, you can also bring your head in towards your knees. Let's go ahead and grab a hold of our left knee. Nice deep breath in, drop it to your right side. Extend your left arm and gaze towards your fingers. Bring both knees into your chest once more and take a gentle rock side to side. And when you're ready, come onto your sitting bones. Lift yourself up and come into another deep squat and hold here. We want to moderate our movements. Whatever back bend we do, we should also follow up with the opposite movement, which is rounding the spine. Let's take another child's pose. Widen your knees just a tad bit to have some space for your chest. And relax here. Walk your hands over to one side. And from here, let's take another twist. Lift your inside arm up. And lower down. Walk on over to center and onto the other side. We're going to do the same thing. Lift your inside arm up. Open up your chest. Nice twist here for the torso. And lower down. Come to tabletop and lift yourself up onto your shins and knees. Place your hands on your hips and begin to rock your hips side to side, back and forth. You can create some circles here if you like. Men can do these movements also. This is a nice way to emphasize the thrusting within your hips, back, and your glutes. Yoga is all about healing, spiritual discipline, and also a form of exercise, which is a beneficial package all in one if you ask me. So don't be afraid to move your hips. This is very opening and very warming overall. Go ahead and engage your glutes and core to send your hips further and allow your left arm to grab a hold of your left heel or ankle and raise your right arm up and over for half camel. You can use any blocks to help you here. And do the same thing for the other side. Really allow your heart to open. And release. Come down, widen your knees a bit further from where they are to open up the hips a little more. Drop onto your forearms and round and arch your spine here for more cat and cows. You can do as many as you like, or you can remain still with the flat back with your arms extended in front of you. For the rest of the remaining time that we have, you can rest here. If this is comfortable, you can keep your knees where they are, or you are more than welcome to bring your knees together and remain in child's pose. When you are ready, come up slowly and raise your hands up and to heart center. I want to thank you guys today for joining me for this nice practice. I hope this was as helpful. If you have any recommendations, suggestions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Thank you guys again. Stay safe, remain grounded, sending love and light to you all. Peace.